you cuties doing? So I know I said I was going to take it easy. However, I almost forgot that there was a debacle that happened while I was sick and I missed the whole story. Something about Kirsche and I believe a game called Crime Boss. So why don't we figure this all out together? So let's turn the lights down low, snuggle in close, and see what we have here. So we're going to be using Rev Says Desu's video on this coverage from Kirsche. I don't know a whole lot about what's going on, so hopefully he can catch us up, and we'll see how it goes. So let's see.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here. So today I want to revisit the topic we covered in yesterday's video. If you want the full context leading up to this, you can check out that video. But to sum it up very quickly before we get into the updates, we had this VTuber named Kirsche, who's under attack due to a life ruination campaign led by a bunch of maniacs on the internet who are trying to get her sponsors pulled. They're trying to deplatform.
First of all, if you're going to be one of those people that just looks at Kirsche and goes, oh, I can't like her because this reason, because she's an anime woman, because she's popular, because this, that, or the other, you, all right? All of you who are like, oh, well, we have to ruin her life just because I have insecurities. Well, you know what? Go f yourself. You're not that important. This is a human being just like you. But you know what? She's a better human being than you. How about you strive to be better?
Her, and they're doing this through many slanderous tweets, even articles. They're trying to paint her as a white supremacist or a
VTuber Kirsche goes viral for seemingly defending Shiloh Hendrix fundraiser after latter reportedly calls a child the N-word.
This one in particular was one we talked about yesterday, where you have this very slanderous headline that, of course, is not backed up by anything. In fact, the clip they provided that was supposed to prove this statement proved the exact opposite. Again, you can check out yesterday's video for a more thorough breakdown of that. But all these articles and all these viral tweets attacking her and her career, they weren't effective. All they were generating was likes on Twitter. But unfortunately, this latest one seems like it was part of the campaign that actually got something taken away from her and had to do with this game, Crime Boss, a game.
Oh, that makes me so angry because I've been playing Crime Boss. And you know what makes it even worse is that what got me onto Crime Boss was Kirsche. Because I would never ever have played this game just because of the reviews. Look at that. If a game normally says mostly negative or mixed like that, I won't play it. Just if I were to go off face value, wouldn't play it. You know, is it good? I have fun. Is it janky? 100%. Like, I do not think these people who run this game have the right to sit here and judge anyone for anything. So this is going to be interesting.
Game that Kirsche has put a lot of time and effort into promoting. You can see this is just a small sample of her streams involved.
Yeah, no, okay, I know minimal about Kirsche, okay? I don't always watch her videos. I think I've watched maybe 6, all right? I sometimes I'll listen to her streams, but never for very long. This is crazy. She loves Crime Boss. She just really enjoyed the game. I don't see what she did wrong. Like, especially over nothing. Just because she has an opinion doesn't make her wrong.
This game, she has worked very hard as a partner of this company. I don't even believe she's paid to do this. She's just doing it because she enjoyed the game and she wanted to share it with more people. And now, as a result of this cancellation campaign, they have silently dropped her. And of course, a lot of people are not happy, and they've been taking a lot of...
I'm just barely noticing that, like, I've been sick, you know? I've been so sick, so I didn't get to hear about all this. This is just frustrating me. Like, oh my gosh, Kirsche put so much love into this game. She promoted your game for, like, what, free for how long? You guys should have loved her. Like, you guys should have worshipped the ground she walked on. If you guys sold a VTuber pack of her in it, you guys would have made bank. Why would you just snub the one thing that makes you money?
Of heat as a result of this cowardly decision. You can see now, this is the update. On day 3 of this whole thing, you can see the negative reviews. I mean, it's getting pretty...
Good. because like I said, I've played this game. I was having fun when I did play it, but the AI was bullshit. I'd have people spawn in front of me. Like it was janky. It doesn't deserve like a ton of praise. They need to fix their fucking shit. Like they have to add so much more into that game to make it amazing. But even if it's not amazing, it was still good. It was fun. It was good for what it was. But I mean, like, to go on a campaign like this and try to ruin someone is stupid. I feel like that is not just petty. It's jealous. It's jealousy. And oh my gosh, it boggles my mind because she was fucking free advertising for years. Oh my gosh.
The amount of negative attention they have gotten as a result.
I don't know how long Crime Boss has been around. I could be wrong on the time frame, but I know she cared about it for like a while.
This, and people look at this and just simply say, you reap what you sow, and it seems like things are not slowing down even after the first 2 days completed. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are very angry about this, and they're angry that Kirsche...
Some of the worst humans in existence are defending Kirsche and sticking their fan base on a company for dropping her. I think they meant sticking. It shows how evil they truly are. You, buddy! You know what? I'm evil. If that's what all it takes is to play a stupid fucking game and to stick up for somebody who didn't do anything wrong, that makes me evil? Then bitch, I'm a supervillain.
Has been getting an insane amount of support ever since she was dropped by this game, and you can see people saying the worst humans in existence are defending Kirsche and sticking their fan base.
No, people like you who call people like us worst human beings in existence are always the ones who have done something wrong. Check this dude's hard drive. I bet they have the world's most fucked up porn.
On a company for dropping her. It shows how evil they truly are. And you can
always fucking project. Like, it ticks me the fuck off. Say what you mean. All right? We're not the worst human beings in existence. We are far from it. But you know what? You have to be worse to be posting bullshit like this.
See, I make a little cameo right here. Just found out today.
You know Rev says, I love my wife right here says absolutely pathetic. Yes, it is pathetic.
I am one of the worst humans in existence, and I'm evil. It's pretty insane, the worldview of people like this who are so terminally online, that people like myself are held up on such a pedestal. You'll think I'm like some villain in an anime or something like that. I'm just a guy who saw some...
Being a decent human being for sticking up for your own interests, and you're not hurting anyone, and there was no negative message to be had. She just talked about it, I think. I don't know if he covers it. But it's like, dude, shut the fuck up, because you are clearly the worst human compared to, like, these people. Like, I'm going to read this. In the interest of transparency, did you really drop the only person passionately promoting your game over a blog post written by someone who chose their name to sound like anal violence and who has violent rape fantasies targeted at abusing women and reducing them to nothing? What? Hold on, I need to pull up that post. I like this. You get the audience you deserve. I, for one, wish them the best of luck as they attract the bottom of the barrel of society. Also, I had no idea candy ass was a gay slur. Wait, it is? I thought it was a funny thing The Rock used to say when it was WWF. Yeah, I didn't know that. Played this for free on PlayStation 5. It's a bit bigoted. They use the phrase candy ass, which is a gay slur. Oh, you. If that's what sets you off, oh man, yeah, they deserve it. Also, the people of color are shown as caricatures that wouldn't be out of place in a racist 80s movie. I don't know about that. Yeah, I really don't know about that. Candy ass was, or Kirsche says here, candy ass was used as a replacement word for the F slur on 4chan for a long time. How about you stop being a fig? Just saying. Oh my gosh, the look on his face is priceless. Did Cindy get distracted? Yes. These are wild. Let's see. You need to reinstate your partnership with Kirsche Vershtale. Is that how you pronounce it? She's the reason your game was a success and advertised for you for free for a long time. Yeah, that's so true. I know she advertised for a while. and for free. And she just really genuinely enjoyed the game. So I just really I don't understand.
Ridiculous cancellation
Fucking game
campaign going on here, and I called it out and called out their very pathetic response to people trying to get Kirsche to have her partnership removed, and of course that's what they did. Yesterday I found I wasn't allowed to talk about this topic because apparently if you have a successful YouTube channel, you're not allowed to talk about this because it's beneath you, and now I'm being called one of the worst humans in existence for talking about this. It's
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Do tell. I would love to hear all these people who like to tell me that I punched down. Well, there was only like 5. But you know what? It'll get up there. The numbers will grow. I'm sure they'll get more original. Hopefully. I doubt it. None of them were gamers, so they don't know how to be original. Oh my gosh. If Sydney's gonna go on a rant. It's a fucking video game, people. Like, really. If you don't want the person, like, if you don't like the game, if you don't like the fact that somebody gets shot and whatever that person identifies as or who they are or what the fuck ever, and they get shot, it's a game. Remember, it's a game. Oh my gosh. You guys would lose your mind on Postal. Like that game Postal. I never played it, but I've heard so much about it. Or how about that game Bully? Like, honestly, people just... I don't know what happened. What happened? Why did suddenly people just lost their spine? What happened? I'm so cute. I'm whatever.
Absolutely crazy. Now, of course, there's a lot of negative reviews, and I want to pick this one in particular because it sets up the rest of this video. This is the most helpful review in the last 30 days, obviously talking about this situation, saying, well, I like the game, it's like Payday, but I had a lot more fun with this, but I can't give a positive review. I found this game because of a streamer on Twitch and was glad she showed it off. Best I can tell, she is the only one that pushed this game, and that matters because the company dropped her over some online drama. I will not support a company that drops their biggest supporter over an out-of-context hit piece, not only because it is a truly dishonorable action on the developer's part, but if they will drop the #1 advocate, then how long before they start changing the game to appease to the same rage posters when they dislike content already in the game? And that is a very truthful statement at the end here, talking about other aspects of the game.
Based. Very based. I love this post. It covered so much, was saying so little. Oh my gosh, they are correct. I will be uninstalling this game. I will be leaving a negative review because I can tell you right now the co-op is impossible with like 2 people only. You need 3. Like you can't do it alone. You have to do this game in a group. And if you don't, then you have to do it single player. And if you don't want to do single player because single player is kind of ho-hum compared to like the what is it? The multiplayer? I mean, you're fucked anyway. There's so many strikes against this game. Like, if you look at it, you can't co-op because you need more than 2 people. If you don't, the AI does not assist you. By the way, they do not know how to handle this game, and it's retarded because it's 4 people minimum. So you need other bots. If you have to have other bots, and you can't drop the difficulty, by the way, because you start off on normal, and normal is already difficult. Like, it's ridiculous, especially if you don't have the items. So, like, they're wanting you to either play a lot of the main campaign. Honestly, I don't think your money... I don't think you can use your money in the campaign from, like, the single player to the co-op. Yeah, there's... I don't know why they would drop the one person saying, hey, look at this game. It's awesome. It's fun. I found it fun. Yes, but conditionally. Like I said, I hated the single player campaign. It was boring. It was dumb. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. That might be my fault. But it's like, and the co-op was impossible. If I couldn't find that third person, fuck it. Couldn't play it. So I'm uninstalling. I won't be advertising for them. I do not care for companies that pull shit like this because they are right. This person in particular is right. If they drop their number one advocate, then how long before they start changing the game to appease the same rage posters when they dislike content already in the game? They don't like the word candy ass. I'm pretty sure Michael Rooker says retarded. I'm pretty sure people would lose their mind over that. And they're calling it bigoted already. You should have been, oh my gosh, you game devs should have been sucking so much of Kirsche's dick. Like, this is retarded. I've never seen, why do companies insist on dying on this stupid fucking hill that makes no fucking sense? It's like, yes, I want to lose all this money. I don't ever want to make a fan base. I want to lose all credibility. Yes, this is the way.
They are trying to appease the mob, the modern audience, whatever you want to call them. These people find everything problematic, and you fulfilled their outrage. You responded by removing her partnership. Is that where you're going to stop? So when they start complaining about controversial aspects of your game or your team or what have you, are you also going to drop those things or change them to appease the mob? The mob, which, by the way, is largely not engaging with this game despite their promises to do so. Here's an example we looked at yesterday. Base game devs who stand on business by dropping an openly bigoted white supremacist Vtuber from his sponsorship. And then they, you know what? They don't even buy it. They don't even buy the game. They say all these nice words in these Steam threads. They think they're some warrior, some champion of social justice here, but they're not actually buying the game. This is the modern audience, and these are the people that they're appealing to. Here's another one that I found today. Instant buy. Really happy to see the devs stand against VTubers in similar brain rot content.
Oh,
seriously, I
you.
never understand.
Fuck you. Yeah, similar brain rot content? That means you're not a gamer. That tells me that you only play those cozy games.
What's the appeal of males in their
And that makes you a
50s
gamer.
role-playing as
Just the
Japanese
cozy
little
ones.
girls?
Oh,
Our
fuck
original.
you.
Nice to see at least some devs still have common sense. Since Payday 3 is trash, I soon gonna look into this game.
Sure.
Seems fun. Edit. LMAO, so many angry VTuber simps giving me free Steam points.
No, not really.
Edgy boy, he's getting his free Steam points. Well, unfortunately,
Aw, was your mommy not giving you the money you needed? You poor little baby.
it seems like this is the currency that's probably the most bountiful in this person's life, because you look down here, people said, buy it then, because this person still hasn't bought the game despite saying instant buy.
Yeah,
And the response
I'm not
is, next
surprised.
month, I threw all of my money into Yakuza. If Sega at least didn't lower the cost to 45% instead of the usual 75%. So here's some life
yeah.
advice, I think
I'm sorry your mother wasn't there to, I don't know, coddle you some more, you little fucker.
genuine life advice here.
Get the fuck
If
off the
you
internet.
have to basically wait to your next paycheck in order to afford buying a video game, I don't think your time and your money is well spent using what little you have on a game you're buying out of spite of VTubers you don't like. That just seems foolish to me. I think
mean,
your
it
money
is.
is better spent elsewhere, but nobody's going to stop you from this vicious cycle of bad decisions that's clearly going on with this person. But anyways, other people have been saying that they're going to stream this game as well, saying, I know what I'll be streaming next week.
Because I bet you, you guys are going to play this game and be like, the fuck? This is difficult. Good. And I hope you choke on it.
Which is unfortunate because a lot of these people are activists. They're very pro-LGBT. And you can see hook, line, and sinker. Unfortunately, this is going to backfire for them because Chuck Norris is a part of this game as
Oh my
Sheriff
gosh.
Norris. And he
Yes.
has a history of being...
I don't think he's called Sheriff Norris in the game, but yes, he is in there. I did play a bit of the single player campaign, and yeah, you see him, I think, like the second day on the campaign. But yeah, no, this is gonna be interesting. Because I know a lot of people were like, oh yeah, Chuck Norris won't say anything bad. Chuck Norris is a good guy. He only says the good things. Well, and he only does the good things. Well, you know what? That depends on who you are and what those good things are. Because he is a Trump supporter. So that makes him a bad man. But he's supposed to be a good guy, guys.
very vocally anti-LGBT. If this was any other game, they would be trying to cancel it for a connection to someone like Chuck Norris. You can see this article provided by Kirsche. America just found out Chuck Norris is a homophobic Trump supporter, and they're not taking it well.
Oh, fuck off.
In regards to this article, anyone who's surprised about Chuck Norris having these views, like, where have you been? Like, you were not paying attention whatsoever. And here's another article saying Chuck Norris endorses disgraced LGBT extremist in Senate bid. Now, I'm not sharing this to go cancel Chuck Norris or anything like that, but clearly if these people are going to...
Oh, that's funny. That's too fucking funny. I mean, yes, this is 2017, guys. This is 2017. You guys are going to learn
protest against a game, boycott a game because it's connected to someone like Kirsche, who they believe some bigot.
Look, if you don't believe in the person just because of some particular view, that's your opinion. It matters. That's yours. If they don't like it, oh fucking well.
Wouldn't they be doing the same thing here? They're backing a game that is predicated on someone who's clearly anti-LGBT.
All you backing them are fucking bigots. If you think that Kirsche should have lost her sponsorship, you're a fucking bigot. If you play this game and you think it's awesome because of what they did, bigot.
And they are going to basically
I know why they say that name or that word so much. It's fun to say.
Have to either be complete hypocrites and support the game,
or they're
going to have to back down and look very foolish. Now, of course, there's other reactions to this.
Oh no! What some of them are going to do is they're going to sit there and they're going to get wordy and they're going to get lippy and they're going to be like, "Hey, I'm going to be like this keyboard warrior. I'm going to bitch about it. I'm going to say some of the edgiest shit and do nothing. Do absolutely nothing." Like, oh my gosh.
Person makes a very good joke here saying, notice, due to their associations with homophobic voice actors whose views strongly conflict with my own, as well as lack of communication from the company on the issue, I have chosen to end my support with Crime Boss Game effective immediately. Thank you for your support. Now, this is a joke that is referring to a different post made by this VTuber who made the same construct here, cutting ties with Supps, which is one of the brands that Kirsche works with, and that's a company that people have been hounding for weeks, if not months at this point, to drop her. They have not done so yet, and I'm glad they haven't done that because that would be absolutely ridiculous and a very bad move for them. But a lot of people are attacking this post because it has 47,000 likes, a lot of attention, and people think this is an act of virtue signaling. They won't even directly name Kirsche, even though it's extremely obvious who they're talking about. And that's their thing, right? Like, if they want to cut ties with this company, that's their decision. They can do whatever.
I am genuinely curious to know how Supps is going to change. Like, are they? Will they change their opinion because Kirsche thought of it, said or thought something a different way than everybody else? I highly doubt it. I doubt it. But that doesn't mean it's impossible.
Whatever they want. But I see this as very performative, and I also think it sets up a very difficult standard for them to work with for the entirety of their career now.
I hope
they basically said if someone in the company has views that strongly conflict with their own, they have to leave unless the company makes some sort of an explanation. Well, good luck with that, because now every single time you work with a company, people can say, oh, this person who also works with the company has views that conflict with your own. Are you going to leave? I mean, even thinking about platforms, right? Both the people involved here, this VTuber and Kirsche, are both Twitch partners. Like, are you going to abandon that platform because they platform Kirsche, who has strongly different views than you? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be these people setting up these ridiculous high standards for themselves that are largely rooted in performative virtue signaling. But there was another thing going on here pointed out by Kirsche. It seems like Steam is really trying to silence any support.
I actually think I have this one. I think I have this tweet. Here it is. I went over this on Steam today, and Asmon mentioned it as well. But on the Steam discussion page for Crime Boss Rockay City, they have been deleting threads. The largest thread in support of me was deleted last night. Meanwhile, one posted by one of the people part of the harassment campaign is still up. They have doubled down. Holy shit! Holy shit! That is crazy. 116 messages. Very disappointing in Crime Boss for abandoning their biggest supporter from since the beta. She promoted you to thousands of people without pay. And this is how you treat your biggest fan and reason you're profitable. All over a radical left misinformation hate campaign against a woman. I hope it's worth it. Yes, you know what? They're so eager to throw... I bet you it's another woman. Because no one on this planet hates a woman more than another woman. Let's see. I want to thank the creators and PR team for Crime Boss for not enabling toxic and openly bigoted content creators to take advantage of their good graces. Kirsche has been promoting white supremacy and bigotry through the platform she is on. It is important to not embolden these types of creators in their aim for pushing narratives they seek to undermine things such as gaming, VTubing, and streaming that are intended to bring people together and not create toxicity and hateful behavior. Again, thank you. You know what? Go fuck yourself. Get off the internet. If you're that gentle, or not gentle, if you're that delicate, get off the internet. Like, seriously. Let's see. Those people are gross, using you as long as they did and then dropping you over anal violence. Oh, here's the post. Over anal violence's goofy blog post. Oh my gosh, the person's name is Anal Violence? But it's better now than never knowing this gross side of them. You will continue to thrive and be beautiful, and they will walk on eggshells for the rest of their online days as they've chosen to cater to the most mentally unstable of society. Fucking base, Savvy. That's why I adore you. You're my favorite. Oh, he might cover this, but I'm going to read it anyway. Let's see. A month into a life ruination campaign started by people who hate me, and during a pre-planned vacation where communication and access to my home and resources were minimal, Ingame Studios, devs of Crime Boss Rockay City, a game I loved and heavily promoted since its release, in 2023 dropped their relationship with me. That's fucking wild. That still blows my mind. They were swayed by anonymous posts, anonymity, Reddit users who admit to not watching me, people who lie by omission, and people who strawman all of my stances. And to cap it off, a muckraker from a dying news outlet with an axe grind decided to compile it all into an article with no more integrity than the Tumblr blog they no doubt had. Oh my goodness. This company is not experiencing cancel culture. My audience were paying customers who were voting with their voice and their wallets after a company makes an astronomically poor decision they disagree with. These are not review bombs. These are not people who don't own the game brigading. Oh, okay, yeah, I just misread it. In-game are experiencing what happens when they capitulate to cancel culture. These two things are not the same. It's incredibly obvious and everybody knows it. You people held this power to ruin others reputationally and financially for years, and we are now standing up for ourselves. Yes, fuck you, fuck cancel culture, and fuck the Darvo that happens when... I never heard that word. Darvo? That happens when anyone decides to defend themselves. You reap what you sow. Fuck right, based. And this is why I know who you are. Hold on, we're going to look up what that Darvo means. Oh, it stands for deny, attack, and reverse victim and offend. Interesting, because I don't know who this is. Cancel culture has eroded in meaning. Instead of being the attempt to deplatform a creator or significantly harm their public image, often unjustly, it now somehow means a single company choosing to not associate their brand with you after hearing your insane beliefs. Fucking stupid. Anyway.
Of Kirsche in the related discussion boards, and you can see on Steam, it's a mess. If you scroll through their discussion page, it's a complete mess. Pretty much everything's just warring with one another. There's a lot of people angry at the game. There's a lot of people angry at Kirsche, and so on and so forth. But it seems that they're taking a side. Crime Boss is doubling down here. They are censoring the most popular threads that are supporting Kirsche. The most popular one was just simply...
To what end? To what end are these people going to start catering to... I know he mentioned this. but catering to the other side. Like, how far will you go? Will you decimate your only game further by changing, like, what you've put in the game? Because they do use the word retard. And, I mean, if they're using words like candy ass, and even I didn't know that that was, like, a slur for that, for whatever. Like, how far are you going to be willing to go to destroy your own product?
Her name, and it had a lot of support. They have since removed that. However, they removed that, but they're not removing negative posts about her, including this one that she's referencing, and we talked about earlier about the base game devs who stand on business by dropping an openly bigoted white supremacist VTuber.
I hate
exactly.
that.
They keep this up.
I hate when they say white supremacist because it bothers me. I think it's the dumbest thing that you could fucking say. It's like, guys, I know there are more words that you could use besides white supremacist to get your point across. This is so dumb.
But they keep down a
I'm
positive
mock.
thread
I'm going to mock anyone that says I'm a white supremacist
about her. And there's many more where that came from, but also you can see this one is locked, where someone is asking, can someone quote Kirsche being a Nazi? And this person provides the supposed proof, and this is like the best they got, where an example is Kirsche supporting Asmongold for saying that every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with a mental illness.
Oh, yeah.
This is supposed to make someone
wow. I didn't even know she said that. She's right.
A full-fledged Nazi that should be blacklisted, deplatformed, and lose all of their sponsorships and opportunities. This is all they got. This is the best they can bring to the table. But while we're looking at the discussion board here, here's another example of a recent post that's still up saying, imagine how much of a vile human being you must be for the devs to not want to associate with you, knowing it would probably destroy their already small and niche community. Think about that. They would rather have their game be a complete failure than be anywhere related with you. LOL. I truly feel sorry for you. And to those anti-woke losers, the game was already dead before your precious weirdo advertised it. From 100 people to 400 people back to 100 people, log off. So this person's basically saying, you guys are a bunch of losers because this game always was bad and had no success. I don't really know if that's the route you want to go, but clearly Kirsche had a big impact on this game. It's undeniable. So many people have come forward and said, I only discovered this game because of her.
Yes, I'm one of those people. I never even knew about this game. There are millions of games, it feels like, on Steam, you know? So, like, some kind of small piece of shit game like this is not going to stand out. If they had dropped it, I think, this year, and they kept all the words, like retard, candy ass, and people actually knew what candy ass meant, and, like, if they dropped more interesting words, more gamer words, people would flock to it. Because that's what we miss. I miss it. I genuinely miss gamer days. Like, I miss my friends calling me a fig because I fucked up a boss, you know, or like a boss run or something, or I died in a stupid manner. It's like I miss that, or stood in fire. Like, man, that's how you could weed out a real MMO player, whether or not they stood in like fire or acid, poison, whatever. But yeah, no, I mean, like, trying to tell people that we're losers or we're stupid or whatever because we're refusing to back a game now over Kirsche, even though the game was small, I really think that was the wrong way to go. Like, that actually shows more for the clout that Kirsche had and how bad this game was, along with all the advertising that it didn't do, because I've never heard of this. I mean, like, this should have been a big deal. Like, you had all these actors in it. Like, Chuck Norris himself, you had Michael Rooker, you have, shit. I think Kim Basinger is in it. I think that's her name. I can't remember. But yeah, there's like all kinds of like, oh, Vanilla Ice. Is he even important? But the fact is you had all these big name people in there, and this should have been a bigger deal. Like, they should be working so hard to build this game back up, but nope, they're going to double down.
And this person is...
I bet you there is a woman that came into the building, like she is now either married or seeing the guy in charge, or she fucking married him or something, but she got into his ear, or she got into the company, and now they're like, oh, we're going to drop Kirsche, because fuck that bitch, she's popular.
Is fuming and saying, I stand by these devs who are literally blowing up their own game just to stand against her. These people act
please, I support you committing seppuku because I really hate this lady. Oh my gosh. You know what? I commend them for wanting to commit the seppuku and just saying, no, I must commit it because of false rumors, of bullshit, of things that were easily proven wrong.
Developers are some heroic set of people. No, they're the exact opposite, actually. They're cowards. They gave in to the mob. They listened to a bunch of freaks from Twitter. Like, I haven't even gotten into...
If you watch this video and you're part of that mob, just know, I think you're a bigger loser than that guy says we are.
Some of the related parties trying the hardest to cancel Kirsche, whether it's the articles or the tweets. These people are some of the weirdest, most obsessed, unhealthy people you will ever encounter. Like, literally Arkham Asylum type behavior. Like, they need to be evaluated at this point. They're so off their rocker. They're so obsessed with Kirsche, of all people in the world, and they just won't let this go no matter what. And these developers gave in to these people who have no interest in their game, by the way. That's why they're cowardly. They gave in. You
know what? I know what it is. These people are into sounding, and they don't like Kirsche because she brought such a light to such a dark time. Such a dark and very gross time. And that's their problem. They're just so mad that people found out that, hey, now people know about sounding. And it shames me because now they know, so I have to shame them first, get ahead of the curve. Because shit, that's like one of the biggest things Kirsche talks about, in my opinion, aside from Bridge, at least from the shit that I've heard from her. It's like, guys, she says way worse. She says so much worse, but they're not bad things. They're funny.
Into a bunch of screechers from Twitter and places like
Get us
Vice
into humor.
And Sportskeeda. These people do not deserve any respect or your time of day, but unfortunately for these developers, they did just that. They empowered them. They said, we're listening. Now, of course, this has backfired for Crime Boss. They've lost a ton of support. They probably just nuked their own game. And Kirsche's getting a ton of support from her fans, probably to a level she hasn't seen in her career, which is already a very successful one. But that's going to do for this video, a little update on the situation from yesterday. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about.
Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna say this real quick. He's adorable. Adorbs. Anyway, but yeah, no, this is just a wild story. Like, why? It's like their company had lag. Like, they had the worst lag. And now they're just like, oh, everybody's canceling everybody. We have to get on the ball. Cancel Kirsche quickly. And they're like, what, 2 years late? A year late? Oh, fucking stupid. Anyway, I am flabbergasted at the willingness, just the absolute willingness to kill themselves over something that didn't exist. They have nothing to work on, like, to go with. I mean, as far as what Kirsche said, so this is just baffling. What did happen? What occurred to make, like, that made them say, hey, this is a great idea. I'm going to nuke everything. I'm going to commit World War III on my video game, and it'll work out fine. This is a great idea. Did a Sweet Baby Inc. person get in? Like, this is another sign of somebody getting, at least this is what it feels like to me, that somebody got into that company just to destroy it like they did with other companies. Like, they're doing this in order for another company to buy it up. So this is interesting in its own way. I am curious to see if they're going to backpedal. Is this new? Has this been going on for a little while? Do you think they'll backpedal? I'm really curious now. You know what? I'm going to keep an eye out for some more news, and we'll cover this again if it pops up, or at least if I find out that something interesting happened. I could miss it. I'm still kind of sick. My throat is actually really hurting. I'm probably talking too much, too loudly. And I don't care because I'm having a great time, cuties. I missed being here. I missed talking to y'all. I rested. I have recharged. I am probably at 75% battery. But you know what? I'm still ready to go. So we're gonna call it here for the day. But this is fascinating. Let's keep an eye out, guys. Let's see if more happens. I am curious to know if all of these gaming companies are watching this. What is the name of this group? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. They're dead. They have died. And it was glorious. Anyway, guys, I really am looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. I'm really curious about any kind of update from these people. I'll keep an eye out. I'll inform you. We'll get there. Cindy's gonna go to bed. Have a good one, cuties. One last thing, cuties, before you go. You can find me on all platforms as Siniviere. Also, don't miss me and my friends on Countercast every Monday at 6 p.m. CST on Words of Paradise's channel. Be sure to stop by and say hello. I always love hearing from you. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And, if you'd be so kind, help a girl out, won't you? Like and subscribe. I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.